Yes. I'm just looking at this monomania, the mental illness in which a group focus on an irrational idea or group of ideas. Yes. Then that mute question, oh my gosh, referring to established rights and facts. Then there's moonlighting, the holding of a second job by a public employee who's supposed to work full time at his public job. You know, when you go through the actual employment of those that are in law enforcement, yes. Those that are mandatory reporters, right. Those that are oaths of office, Yesterday I was talking to you about that fraud of the office of the President of the United States. Pooch. You know, just thinking about these law libraries and all the books that have been written about do you or do you not have to give notice to the respondent before having court hearings, and does there have to be proof of service before having court hearings? Can you issue a dissolution of marriage where the respondent didn't get actual notice of court hearings? Pooch. Now, I'm sure that I could get, approximately a million books when you really think about it. Is there a million different authors, or did some authors write more than one book? Ouch. Now, there have been a lot of individuals involved in the judicial system of the United States for the last 250 years. Yes. And I would have thought that you, as a judiciary, would have understood the importance of making sure the rights of Americans are enforced. But you were more concerned about that second job. Pooch. Could you go through the actual employment contracts of every employee of the United States, every state, the cities, the counties, and see, did they get any additional 1099s as a private security contractor? Ooch, ooch. You make more at your second job than you do at your first. How? Now, let's say you're a police officer, and I inform you that I want my civil rights enforced, and I want my sons, and you thought I should go to the public defender's office that didn't present the evidence that I wasn't in Sequim, Washington, and that I should ask the public defender to defend me that refuses to defend me because they don't acknowledge the actual laws of the United States, because in their mind, it's all about precedents. It's not about the books that have been written about the rights of citizens. Pooch. Now, when you go through the law libraries, you show me one book that allows for the issuance of any court order, yes, without any notice to the respondent, Pooch, without the petitioner acknowledging it, yes, with the fraudulent use of the state court seal, right, and the use of a forgery of the ex officio superior court clerk, yes, and then serving somebody other than the respondent after you had served the respondent in a public library involving all the patrons. I'd like to read that book, because the truth of the matter is, I don't think there's a fucking person that would believe that's legal. We have a second job problem where you've been getting paid to do a little part-time work consulting. You know, when you're a judge, there is one of these caveats of the Constitution where you cannot be employed as an attorney while being a judge. Yes. But that doesn't say you couldn't get some consultant work. Consulting, I'm not telling you what the law is. I'm not playing the part of an attorney. But if it came before my court, I tell you, I'd sue your shit right now. Why don't we just go through the last 40 years of income of 1099s, W-2s, or are they W-4s? Pooch. Just give me the actual taxes of everything that's been reported, and did you receive any income other than just being a public official of the United States of America? Because I might be suing you for this, okay? You just don't understand why it is you have to enforce the RCWs of the state? Yes. The requirements of the VAWA, the PKPA, the Hague Conventions, the Conventions of the United Nations, the actual office of the president. You don't understand why you have to fight that fucking